And then stay among those guys in LA. I said, here's how I know you're not really on mission to the people in LA, is because you're not walking in the rhythms of the life of the people that are there. You know you're on mission when you're walking in the rhythms daily with the people that God's calling you to reach. But if you only see them once in a while, I guarantee you, you are not on mission to them. You've got to be with them. 30 years of life dwelling, 3 years, day in, day out with his disciples. They saw his life. Paul was the same way. In chapter 20 of Acts, he says, you saw how I lived amongst you. You saw my tears. You saw my trials. You watched my life. Stay and stay among. We at Soma regularly say, we've got to figure out how to engage in the everyday rhythms of the life of the people we're called to reach. And you know that you've identified the people you're called to reach when you not only are staying, but you actually are among them to the degree at which you're eating with them, playing with them, celebrating with them, walking in life with them. The way I usually say it is, you know you're on mission when it gets messy. I remember Clay and Christy, the couple that God gave us the privilege of reaching out to, and they since have come to faith in Jesus Christ. We went to see Kings of Leon, and he every year he said, we do concerts. I said, okay, well, we do concerts now too. And we do them at the Gorge. Okay, so do I. And then next thing is like, and we camp out and we party. And I'm like, okay, I guess we're going to camp out and party. And so we went to the Gorge with his friends and people who don't know Jesus, and we're camping out and they're partying. And we go to the Kings of Leon concert, and Clay put on his hat and he goes, you know what this is? I said, no. He goes, this is the concert Clay hat. And I go, okay, that's cool. What do you mean by that? He goes, you just wait and see. So we get into the concert, and the next thing I know, he's had way too much to drink, and so have his friends. And he's running around trying to find pot. And he says, hey, anybody got some doobies? And I'm like, okay, I guess I'm going with you. Here we go. I don't really want it, but I'm going to make sure you don't get yourself into too much trouble tonight. And my wife is chasing around with another woman who's doing the same kind of thing. We're like, we're just trying to protect them from destroying their lives tonight. And by the end of the night, we're literally walking several of our friends home drunk to the tent to put them to bed. It's messy. You don't think Jesus got spilled on from all of our sinfulness? We know he did, because he went to the cross. He who knew no sin became sin for us so that we might become in him the righteousness of God. Jesus said, I pray not that you would take them out of the world, Father, leave them in the world. Why? Because the gospel is so powerful, you can be in the middle of the mess and still be different. That's how powerful the gospel is. And if you're on mission incarnational, you will have to believe in the power of the gospel, because nothing else is going to protect you.